I got a new phone. Put vibing music. Put vibing gif. When the fajitas come out sizzling. When the fajitas come out sizzling. Oh my gosh, I forgot to say the lines. Say the lines, Kyle. Don't worry, we're back. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I'm sorry, my headphones are in my headphones. I have two different sets of headphones. Let me put this over here. Let me get a drink. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. And Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki, I'm so stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, not be plucked back in her seat. Don't worry, guys. Fucker always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. So Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Fucker can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like it's a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. My mouse is still making noises. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice dish from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I will make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read, you dumbass. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. So you and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? Read your book! I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. Oh my gosh. I could probably fall asleep. I want to strangle the main character. I want to strangle the MC. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably going to seem really lame compared to the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival's our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori's taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? I guess we could... Cupcakes? Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Ah, you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. I'm seriously thinking anytime thinking of that expression. That wasn't why you suggested it? Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyways, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. I hope nothing ever changes that. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all. Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I ended up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. Oh! Don't scare me like that! Ooh-ah! I opened my mind. I opened my mind to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fell out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Fucking loser. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. Sayori's voice eventually blends into Natsuki's. I can hear their voices all blending together. I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're slow for sleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. Whoa! Why am I making her so flirty? Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself. How's it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. Ah! I run my fingertips down the sides of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. That is got true. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair's just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sarah, why are we bullying her? Holy shit. What do you think? You don't have a boyfriend? Oh! He's such an asshole. That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I started buttoning her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Oh! This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking about how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things. Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. You sound like such a dumbass. Hey, be careful. Button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near. Please don't pop off. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. Sigh. Why are you saying sigh out loud? If you ever buttoned it, you would have noticed it sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? Starts punching her. It means my... I'm not saying that. I don't want to say that. It means... means my boo. It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyways, you look much better now, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? If only I could see it. But it's so stuffy. Ew. It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily buttons her blazer once more. Phew. That's so much better. Whoa. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying it like this is a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't let me do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else ever would, anyways. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. It sounds like Sonic the Hedgehog. Hey, there's no time to relax. Shimmy, shimmy, yay, shimmy, yay, shimmy, y'all. Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyways, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focused on going to bed earlier. Fine, fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Oh, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone, stop flirting. Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Fucker, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everything's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. What does that even mean? On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same, myself. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. Oh my goodness. This is so good, fucker. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion is maybe more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a fucker poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, fucker. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people. That's something only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny this is part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Stop! She's trying to seduce me. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really- oh. Sorry. I messed up the voices. Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through the blinds of my morning makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Poetry. Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this? Oh my gosh. No! Just a little bit. Can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nicer. How should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. The next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Yeah, this is a difference, see? I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She's gay too! She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga's one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out what the other person stands. How did you know anyways? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right in the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box up with only one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box that she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass of that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, fucker. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the full volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly Mo. Don't just stand there. Ooh-ah. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall, beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. It'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect me sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peeling over. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Look, it's just a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Kind of proud of those, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make it for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there gonna be plot?
Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of their romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There's so many touching parts.
Ah, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you.
Hey, wait! What's that supposed to mean?
Ooh-wah? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen it. I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power.
Good save.
Ah, this chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga?
Well,
Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something.
yeah. Why does that matter?
It doesn't. I was just curious. You enjoy baking too, right?
That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable.
Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? She's done with me. She's like, what the fuck? We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I just get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean?
Huh?
You don't?
That's not. Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Ah, sorry.
Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face.
Ugh, I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge. Much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitate towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
So?
Ahaha.
Jeez, that's enough. Aren't you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing.
I totally forgot that happens.
Natsuki puts her fingers on one of the panels.
Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when, I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish the chapter.
Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's stark contrary to a bossy tone. But she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends. I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connected with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, to whom it's a rare experience. That makes me smile a little to myself.
Okay, everyone. Are you all ready for today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there.
I suddenly notices how close she got to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. Close the book and hand it to Natsuki.
You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens?
Yeah, but Monica just said,
don't be dumb. Just take it home with you.
Is that really alright? I said that mostly because I didn't really plan on using my spare time to read this.
Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you.
By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. but I suppose it's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem? Oh, I already talked about it. Okay. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first.
Okay, well, let's start with things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
never mind, I don't feel like it'd be my opinion.
Yeah, then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poem? That's why I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said.
I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy.
So in other words, you're saying you liked it? And sees retort is caught in her throat.
You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important.
Pretty sure I never actually said that. I said that most to myself. Does he must really hate me or something? I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you certainly show yours, right?
Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't.
Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Oh, that was ass. I mean,
Yeah. I told you that you were gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't that the point of poems? For people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you doing great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing is that simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alright. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I will feel bad from distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse at the cover of her book. Looks like the same book she liked to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah! Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I'm out of this, sensing it made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine.
If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place.
But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
That's the book you gave to me, right?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious. How come you have two copies of the exact same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant.
I mean... I just happened to buy two of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's it about anyways?
Well,
Yuri closes her book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. Jeez. Markov. Portrait of Macaque. Monkey King. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister, but as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escape from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust.
No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationship and her life starts to fall apart.
It's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was gonna be a nice story. That dark turn came out of nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, fucker?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, don't get me wrong.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
Yeah. I think I'm talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you were saying you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling's somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry.
I mean, ha ha ha. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm's in the way, so I use my right arm to hold the book open. I guess it makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefingers. I did the same to my right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. That's just kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth in Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
Huh?
To turn the page?
Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Once over Yuri's face and her eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks. I went from my asshole voice to just Sonic impression. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it on my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, I let it flutter over to her side as she catches it on her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so? How does she?
Well, I guess she's a lot more blunt. She's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
You remain silent for a moment.
But fucker, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her.
That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sonic the Hedgehog and the DDLC girls. Sorry, I didn't know you're self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant like it's kind of cute.
What are you saying all of a sudden?
okay, everyone?
I think it's about time we share today's poem with each other. We may not have enough to wait too long.
Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down.
I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this.
It's not. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Would you prefer if I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters on your own time.
Alright! I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Ugh. Alright, Yuri's turn.
Exceptional.
What was that?
Did I say that out loud?
Yuri first covers her mouth, but ends up covering her whole face. Ugh.
She's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
Huh? That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicate you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words of the poem, as if breaking it down. As if breaking it down more thoroughly. Let me break it down for you, Mark.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical in new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone. Yeah, totally. She sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you'd be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but having to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes down to practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback.
Not to be a bit biased, though. Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
That's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to me, to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Calm's breath air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Okay, great, cool.
I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I just think your handwriting's pretty.
Huh? That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghosts, Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, fucker.
Really? Must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They also do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is being only symbolically compared to a ghost. lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought about that. That's impressive.
Huh? It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so.
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, fucker.
Me too. Sure.
Hi.
Hi, fucker. Having a good time so far? Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. We're going back to the Leo Kennedy voice. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, fucker. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I handed Monica my poem.
I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like.
Is that so?
You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common.
Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different.
Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem.
You sure you're not reading into it too much?
I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri.
Yuri!
But in any case, Sayori's writing has a gentle feel to it.
Sayori, jeez. Sayori, jeez.
I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too?
Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little either.
I'm sure I'll end up trying something different. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. This game's on to me. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else may be a bit biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you. Are you okay? Sorry, I messed up my words. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. Stop writing to Sayori. It's not like I have to worry about impressing them or anything.
Ahaha.
Anyways, do you want to read my poem now?
Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor. An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, spreading forever into anything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in.
So, what do you think?
You misgendered me for the last time. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyes furrow in frustration. I read that right, good job. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. She's so ass.
What's with this language? Huh?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Fucker did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Fucker liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh god, the girls are fighting.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Huh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Fucker appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how do you know you didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Toxic Yuri in this household?
Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Fucker started showing up.
Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Sadly, both girls just noticed I was standing there. Fucker. She's trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Fucker.
Wait! There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Fucker? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Boop. The Natsuki? Natsuki glares at me and trying to put any words out of my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori!
Huh?
Yeah! Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this?
Fucker. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her.
I agree.
It's unfair for others to interject with their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never.
It's your immaturity that makes her so upset in the first place.
Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why. Exactly why nobody likes. Stop!
The girls are fighting.
Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I would love them, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? But because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are really the exact same. And Yuri's boobs are the exact same as they always were. Big and beautiful.
Big and beautiful. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So, oh, got it this time. So, this is why Sayori's vice president. I whispered So, this is why Sayori is vice president. I whispered Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori's amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an error, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. Yeah, almost like, no, it couldn't be. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly as causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. If only.
Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did y'all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Fucker, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself, I did learn a little more of the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, it means I can do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I noted myself a newfound determination. Okay, let me save the game here. Continue.
Ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you.
You know, fucker, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think that everyone really likes you, too.
That's...
Every day is going to be so much fun.
It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Whoa, what are you implying, dude? I want to date all of them. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this. Can I get an S for scars? Can I get an L for love? No. E for embrace would work, right? Yeah, that would work. L for laugh. Perfect. You have anxiety, right? No. Okay. Imagine just asking that to someone. Like, you're like, I'm really excited to hang out with you. You have anxiety, right? What did you just say? Nothing. Okay. Whatever. Can I get an H for hopeless? Wonderful. They'll call you wonderful. Come and be wonderful. Trust me, it's fun. We will be wonderful. You'll make me wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. I'm gonna get copyright struck for that. Oh wait, we have sunset. There we go. What about landscape? Nope. Oh, raindrops. That works. Nope, that does not work. Never mind. What about P for party? That does work. Oh my god, I almost clicked. Oh, alone. Perfect. Can we get dance? No. Can we get raindrops? Nope. What about D for determine? Nope. What do I know? Kawaii, kawaii. Kawaii, kawaii. Do we have excitement? No. Okay. I think twirl counts, right? Yeah. Perfect. I think nightgown counts too, right? Kitty has to count. Just making sure. What about milk? Uh-huh. J for jump. F for fun. No? Okay. What about pink? And pink! I feel like spinning would work too, yeah. Flower? Does that work? Nope. Okay, good. They're gonna choose that. What about adventure? Nope. Ooh, fireworks. Nope. What about comp? No. Ooh, dream. Nope. Vertigo. The sky has vertigo. The sky's what? Ooh, bubbles. That has to count. Yeah, there we go. Jeez, I panicked. I panicked, okay? Oh, sugar has to work. Yeah, there we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, extraordinary does not work for that. What about pure wouldn't work either, would it? Maybe pain? Nope. Agonizing, that could work. Unstable works too. Yeah, okay. Okay.